Welcome back to the channel. Today we will explore together the stars who completely ruined their careers in just a few seconds. Without further ado, let's get started. Rebecca Gayheart faced a devastating career setback in June 2001 when she accidentally struck and killed a third grader crossing a Los Angeles street. Reports indicated that her alleged negligence led to the tragedy as she attempted to pass other cars in the left lane and struck the child. Despite settling a wrongful death lawsuit with the family, the incident severely damaged her career. Since then, Gayheart's work has been primarily limited to TV movies, guest starring roles in TV shows, and brief appearances in television projects like Dead Like Me. In an interview with People, she acknowledged the profound impact the incident had on her life, crediting her relationship with her then-husband Eric Dane and seeking professional help through therapy for helping her cope. Gayheart expressed that the event remains with her every day and acknowledged that overcoming such a tragedy is an ongoing process that will continue to affect her for the rest of her life. James "Jimmy" the Greek Snyder, celebrated for his pivotal role in launching CBS Sports' NFL Today in 1976, experienced a significant career setback in 1988. During a broadcast, he made racially charged remarks, suggesting a lack of future opportunities for white individuals in football and insinuating that the athletic prowess of Black Americans stemmed from slavery. Promptly, CBS terminated Snyder's contract and publicly distanced themselves from his comments, emphasizing their misalignment with the network's values. Despite issuing an apology, Snyder's reputation suffered irreparable damage. In a surprising turn of events, Snyder later sued CBS for $20 million, alleging wrongful termination. However, the incident took a toll on Snyder's health and reputation, underscoring the severe repercussions of making racially insensitive remarks, even for individuals of considerable prominence. Brandy Rihanna soared to stardom in the late 1990s and early 2000s, making waves in the rhythm and blues and pop scene with hit songs and a Grammy win for The Boy Is Mine. However, her career trajectory drastically altered in 2006. That year, a tragic car accident she was involved in led to the death of another driver. Despite avoiding charges, Brandy settled a wrongful death lawsuit, which cast a shadow over her career. Subsequently, Brandy faced a series of setbacks. Her 2008 album, Human, failed commercially, and she lost her judging role on America's Got Talent. Adding to the scrutiny were controversies surrounding her family, particularly her brother Ray J's highly publicized sex tape with Kim Kardashian. In a candid 2020 interview, Brandy reflected on her journey, expressing concerns about losing sight of her musical authenticity and emphasizing the importance of remaining true to her passion. Natalia Kills and her husband Willie Moon served as co-judges on X Factor New Zealand, but their time on the show ended abruptly in 2015 due to a controversial incident. During an audition, they launched into a vicious tirade against contestant Joe Irvine, accusing him of copying Moon's style and delivering scathing criticisms that were widely condemned as overly harsh and unnecessary. Kills branded Irvine as a laughingstock and expressed disgust at his performance, while Moon made disturbing comments about Irvine potentially harming the audience. Their comments sparked outrage both on and offline, leading to their dismissal from the show. The backlash was severe, with Kills even reverting to using her real name, Teddy Sinclair, amid the fallout. Today, the couple performs together under the band name Cruel Youth, a move that signals a shift from their former personas. Bob, born Bobby Ray Simmons Jr., resurfaced in January 2016 with a surprising assertion the Earth is flat. This declaration, made through a series of now-deleted tweets, sparked controversy and drew criticism, notably from astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who attempted to educate him on the Earth's roundness. In response, Bob released the diss track Flatline, featuring a recording of Tyson discussing Earth's formation. While the song garnered attention, it was largely due to its conspiracy theory content rather than its musical merits. Following the backlash, Bob chose to step back from the public eye, acknowledging the toll of debates and discussions surrounding his beliefs. Expressing regrets for his approach to sharing his views on social media, Bob highlighted the challenges of navigating fame and controversy in the digital age. Howard Dean was a favorite to win the Democratic nomination for president in 2004. That is, until the former Vermont governor gave a speech at the Iowa caucus that January and delivered the scream heard around the world while attempting to pump up his. According to Esquire, this moment essentially ended his chances of ever winning the White House. ABC News reports that the media replayed the so-called Dean Scream gaffe constantly, with everyone from Dave Chappelle to Diane Sawyer offering commentary on it. Dean dropped out of the race a month later. Reflecting on the incident to Esquire in 2016, Dean admitted, "The honest truth is that I just wasn't ready for prime time. I came from a state of 600,000 people. I had an intensely passionate following. I wasn't anticipating how rough it would be, and we didn't really have much discipline on the campaign. I was an undisciplined candidate." Troy Duffy, the director of the cult classic 90s film The Boondock Saints, wrote the screenplay while tending bar. He sold it to producer Harvey Weinstein of Miramax, who also offered to buy the bar where Duffy worked. It seemed like an inspiring story. However, according to The Guardian, Duffy became an abusive, alcoholic megalomaniac and blew the deal after arguing with Ewan McGregor. The documentary Overnight by Tony Montana and Mark Bryan Smith detailed Duffy's disastrous handling of the opportunity, and it was this incident that soured Weinstein on the deal. After Miramax dropped the film, Duffy accepted a lesser deal with no distribution rights. When the film gained cult status on DVD, Duffy received nothing. Although a sequel followed 10 years later, it barely broke even and was panned by critics. Ray Rice's career ended in 2014 with a single punch directed at his then-fiancée, Janae Palmer. According to 30 Mile Zone, the incident was captured on video, showing Rice dragging Palmer's unconscious body out of an elevator after the attack. However, Rice wasn't so lucky with the National Football League. His team, the Baltimore Ravens, immediately dropped him. According to Sports Illustrated, the league suspended him indefinitely. Although Reese successfully sued the National Football League, won a monetary settlement for wrongful termination, and was reinstated as an unsigned free agent, he remains unsigned despite years of trying to return, even pledging to donate his salary to domestic violence charities. In a 2018 interview with CBS This Morning, Rice expressed remorse, saying, "I hate that person. I hate him." Despite his fall from grace, Sports Illustrated reported that Rice still collected almost $27 million from a contract he signed in July 2012. Isaiah Washington's career faced a major setback due to his behavior on the set of Grey's Anatomy. While Katherine Heigl's remarks about the show led to a gradual decline in her career, Washington's resume took a direct hit when he was fired. The incident stemmed from a report that he used a gay slur referring to co-star Theodore Raymond Knight during an argument with Patrick Dempsey, and repeated the slur backstage at the Golden Globes in 2007. In 2013, Washington spoke to HuffPost about the fallout, saying, "After the incident at the Golden Globes, everything just fell apart. I lost everything. I couldn't afford to have an agent. I couldn't afford to have a publicist for crisis management." He stayed out of the spotlight for years, claiming a false narrative was created around his remarks. Washington eventually made a comeback, rebuilding his fan base through social media and working on independent projects. Elizabeth Berkley's career took a significant hit after her role in Showgirls, as acknowledged by both the film's director, Paul Verhoeven, and Berkley herself. In a candid interview with the New York Daily News, Verhoeven accepted responsibility for the impact the movie had on Berkley's career, stating that Showgirls ruined her career in a major way. Berkley has publicly acknowledged the aftermath of Showgirls, including a tearful breakdown during a Dancing with the Stars rehearsal in 2013. She described taking a creative risk with the film, but expressed surprise and disappointment at the intense criticism it received upon release. Despite hoping for a career resurgence, Berkley revealed that her appearance on Dancing with the Stars felt empowering but ultimately fell short of lifting what she described as a 22-year industry stonewall. Monique's career trajectory took an unexpected turn after winning an Academy Award for her role in Precious. Despite the usual expectation of A-list stardom following such a prestigious accolade, Monique struggled to secure roles for 5 years after her win. Her next project was the indie film Blackbird in 2014, which coincidentally starred Isaiah Washington, another Hollywood figure facing challenges. In a 2015 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Monique revealed that director Lee Daniels informed her she had been blackballed due to her husband's aggressive salary negotiation tactics. Monique publicly criticized Daniels, alleging he orchestrated her career downfall because she didn't thank him in her Oscar acceptance speech. These actions further alienated her from the Hollywood elite, as did her subsequent criticisms of Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. Please rest and regain energy to continue exploring videos with me. Don't forget there are many great videos waiting for you to discover. Don't miss them. In October 2004, Ashlee Simpson faced a memorable mishap during her performance on Saturday Night Live. While singing Pieces of Me, everything seemed fine, but when she began her next song, Autobiography, things took a turn for the worse. The vocals for Pieces of Me started playing again, while her microphone was down, prompting her to awkwardly dance before leaving the stage in embarrassment. Simpson later attributed the incident to her acid reflux, explaining her reliance on a backing vocal track. Despite attempts at a comeback, including a performance at the Orange Bowl in January 2005, where she was booed, Simpson's record sales never fully recovered. Reflecting on the fallout on her e-reality TV series, Ashley Evan, in 2018, Simpson expressed the impact the incident had on her career, lamenting how quickly public opinion turned against her after the Saturday Night Live moment. Mel Grigg, an Australian DJ, became internationally known after a tragic incident in 2012 involving a prank call to a hospital where Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, was receiving care. According to BuzzFeed, Grigg posed as Queen Elizabeth and spoke with nurse Jacinta Saldanha, who unwittingly disclosed details of Middleton's condition to the DGs. Saldanha died by suicide 3 days later, reportedly distraught over her involvement in the breach of patient confidentiality. Grigg and her co-host faced severe consequences, suspension, cancellation of their show, and calls for a ban on prank calls. While her co-host returned to radio, Grigg filed a lawsuit against her employers, ultimately settling after alleging an unsafe work environment. Despite resigning from radio in 2013, Grigg returned to the airwaves after a 3-year hiatus. However, she continues to grapple with the aftermath of the incident, expressing remorse and acknowledging the tragedy on public platforms. John Mayer rose to fame in the early 2000s as a singer-songwriter with impressive guitar skills and a knack for pop melodies. His success was evident with multiple Grammy wins and several platinum-certified albums. However, in 2010, an interview with Playboy marked a turning point in his career. Mayer made controversial comments about sex, race, and his ex-girlfriend, Jessica Simpson, which garnered widespread criticism. His remarks, including likening Simpson to sexual napalm and making inappropriate racial remarks, led to public backlash and a tarnished reputation. Following the fallout from the interview, Mayer retreated from the spotlight, moving to Montana and reflecting on his actions. Despite continued musical endeavors, including releasing new music, he never achieved the same level of commercial success as before. Sinead O'Connor's controversial act on Saturday Night Live in 1992, where she tore up a picture of Pope John Paul II during her performance, resulted in her being banned from the show. The sacrilegious protest against child abuse within the church sparked instant backlash, with O'Connor being reviled and facing demonstrations where her music was destroyed. Despite Billboard noting that O'Connor continued to sell albums in the years following the incident, none of her songs returned to the Hot 100 chart. While her smash hit Nothing Compares to You remains iconic, O'Connor has stayed in the spotlight with headline-grabbing actions, including public and graphic pleas for sex and a Twitter feud with Miley Cyrus. Despite the impact on her music career, O'Connor has embraced her role as a provocateur, believing it is part of being an artist. Reflecting on her actions, she expressed a desire to spark necessary conversations, even if it meant facing consequences. Gary Busey, an acclaimed actor in the 1970s and 80s, experienced a dramatic shift in his career trajectory due to a motorcycle accident in December 1988. Despite earning critical acclaim, including an Oscar nomination for the Buddy Holly story in 1978, Busey's stubborn stance against motorcycle helmets had lasting consequences. Busey's outspoken advocacy against helmets conflicted with data showing their life-saving benefits. His refusal to wear a helmet led to a severe motorcycle crash that required hours of neurosurgery to remove blood clots from his brain. The accident left him with significant impairments, including difficulty speaking, walking, and swallowing. Although Busey survived the ordeal, he struggled with drug addiction and continued to reject wearing helmets. Consequently, his career suffered, with limited opportunities for leading roles and a shift towards cameo appearances and television work. Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan became the faces of Milli Vanilli, a dance-pop duo formed by producer Frank Farian. Despite discrepancies between their speaking voices and the vocals on their records, Milli Vanilli achieved immense success, with their debut album Girl You Know It's True reaching #1 on the Billboard charts. However, their lip-syncing was exposed during a live performance, leading to public scrutiny and Farian's admission that Pilatus and Morvan did not sing on their recordings. They returned their Grammy Award for Best New Artist, becoming pariahs in the music industry. After the controversy, they attempted a comeback as Rob and Fab, releasing an album featuring their real voices, but it failed to gain traction. Tragically, Pilatus passed away in 1998 at the age of 32 due to an accidental overdose, marking the end of Milli Vanilli's tumultuous journey. Brian Dunkelman, known for roles in sitcoms like Dharma and Greg and Friends, co-hosted the first season of American Idol in 2002 alongside Ryan Seacrest. The show catapulted Kelly Clarkson to superstardom and became a cultural phenomenon. However, Dunkelman left after just one season. In a 2016 interview with Variety, Dunkelman revealed that he quit the show, suspecting he might be fired to make way for Seacrest as the sole host. He believed leaving would give him a better chance of pursuing an acting career. Despite the show's immense success, Dunkelman remains focused on his acting aspirations, acknowledging that some view his decision to leave as a mistake. However, he stands by his choice, determined to continue working towards his goals in the entertainment industry. Jerry Lee Lewis, known for his electrifying piano playing and passionate singing style, rose to fame in the late 1950s with hits like Whole Lotta Shakin' Goin' On and Great Balls of Fire. However, his career took a controversial turn in 1958 when he embarked on a United Kingdom concert tour with his new wife, Myra Gale Brown. Myra, Lewis' third cousin, was only 13 years old at the time, though Lewis initially claimed she was 15. Once her real age was discovered, the scandal erupted, leading to police interviews and Lewis being asked to leave his hotel, ultimately cutting short his tour. Despite staying married to Myra for 13 years and having children together, Lewis never regained his rock star status. Although he was later inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for his early contributions to the genre, his chart success waned with only one more top 30 pop single following his marriage to Myra. Thank you for watching my video. There are many other interesting things in the next videos. Please look forward to it. Thank you and goodbye.